Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, we are from group 10. In this video, we will discussing about common mistake of pronunciation. Before we started, let me introduce my team. My name is Nurlaila Nisa Imansyah as first speaker, and my partner is
Rifky Sepyan Habib as the second speaker.
And I will discuss about pronunciation. Next. Pronunciation. What is pronunciation? Pronunciation is the production of a sound system which doesn't interfere with communication either from the speaker or the listener. Viewpoint. Pronunciation is the act or manner of pronouncing words. In other words, it can also be said that it is a way of speaking a word. Since pronunciation is the most important part of speaking, and speaking is the primary part of language, we must speak with the proper pronunciation so that the opponent we are talking to catch our point. One of the difficulties in learning the English language faced by Indonesian students is how to pronounce English sound correctly. Jeffrey states that pronunciation is very crucial because if non-native speakers have a terrible pronunciation, no regard how well his or her knowledge of English grammar and vocabulary, they will not be able to communicate verbally. Generally, a lot of English learners as a foreign language face difficulty in pronunciation. The difficulty includes the pronunciation of some unfamiliar sound. Zhang and Yin shared like that learners sometimes develop habitual systematic pronunciation mistake and they create their own version of pronunciation. Pronunciation errors are generated by the non-native learners systematically rather abruptly or accidentally. That is why they mispronounce the word and generate confusion and misunderstanding by a listener. Okay, next. The pronunciation of the sound is divided into consonant, vowel, and diphthong. Consonant is a phoneme whose articulation involves some audible abstraction in the oral cavity. And vowel is a sound produced with a comparatively open configuration. And the last diphthong is a vowel phoneme whose quality changes during the pronunciation of the vowel. Next. Problem of Indonesian student pronunciation. The pronunciation of the sound is divided into consonant, vowel, and diphthong sounds. In the description of consonant sound, the pronunciation of student is less energy or lack of inspiration. Their articulation is only done by not exerting maximum pressure so that the pronunciation of the consonant sound is more sluggish. In the pronunciation of vowels, students have a tendency to say the phoneme rather than the sound. This is as seen in this shift made in the pronunciation of diphthong sounds. Sound shift is divided into shift of vowels and consonant. The thing that often happens as a category of shifting vowel sounds is when students pronounce double vowel or diphthongs. Therefore, The classification of diphthong sound shift is in the classification of shifting vowel sound, whereas what can be included as a shift in consonant sound is a symptom, nose reduction, omission, insertion, retardation, forwarding, and consonant sound replacement. Next. A common mistake. There are kind of common mistake. First is tend to say according to the spelling. Second, difficulty with vocabulary ending in AD. Third, difficulty with diphthong sound. Fourth, difficulty pronouncing words with sound that are almost the same in other words. Fifth, long vowel and short vowels. Sixth, same letter but pronounced different. Next. Tend to say according to the spelling. Students tend to say vocabulary according to their spelling. This is influenced by the use the Indonesian language in which the pronunciation is in accordance with the spelling. Example: word, nature, phonetic symbol, nature, student pronunciation, nature. Second, about, phonetic symbol, about, student pronunciation, about. Third, produce, phonetic symbol, produce, student pronunciation, product. And the last, matrix, phonetic symbol, matrix, student pronunciation, matrix. Next. Ending in AD. The English verb 2 and verb 3 forms are divided into two, regular and irregular. In the regular category, verbs ending in D or AD are difficult to pronounce by students because each word will sound differently even though all end in D or ED. Depending on the syllable that precedes it. The ed suffix can be pronounced in three different ways: id, d, or t. Next. id. This pronunciation is used when ad is preceded by a, d, or at. Examples: need, needed, and, ended, start, started, want, wanted. Next. T. Regular verbs that end in a voiceless consonant sound receive this pronunciation. Some voiceless consonants include F, K, P, S, T, S, H, Y, G, C, H. Example: F, love, love, love. P, stop, stop. S, watch, wash, wash. K, like, like. S, miss, miss. C, H, watch, watch. Next. D. When regular verb and in a voiced consonant sound, they have this pronunciation. Some voiced consonants are B, G, V, Z, M, N, L, T, H, and R. Example: B, grab, grab. G, bake, bake. M, listen, listen. L, kill, kill. Next. Diphthongs. Diphthong sound is an integral sound consisting of two different elements in quality. The difficulty that occurs in students is that they tend not to open their mouth to say diphthong sound, especially for OU and I sounds. Next. The following are examples of diphthong sound pronunciation error by student. First, fine. Phonetic symbol, fine. Student pronunciation, fin. Word by, phonetic symbol by. Student pronunciation, b. About, pronunciation symbol about. Student pronunciation, about, about. Type, phonetic symbol type. Student pronunciation, type. Down, phonetic symbol down. Student pronunciation, down. Next. Pronouncing words with sound that are almost the same in other words. The Indonesian tongue is also not used to saying English vocabulary. This makes it difficult for students to say certain vocabulary so that it is pronounced like the sound of another word. Here are some examples. And the next slide will be presentation to second speaker.
Okay, the example is constituent, phonetic symbol constituent, student pronunciation constitute. The second one is arrangement, phonetic symbol is arrangement, and student pronunciation is arrangement. Third is molecular, phonetic symbol is molecular, student pronunciation is molecular. Fourth is first, phonetic symbol first, student pronunciation first. And the last one is reshape. Phonetic symbol is reshape. Student pronunciation is reshape. Reciting English vocabulary is not easy, especially for words that have double consonant, double vowel, more than two syllables, and so on. Long vowel and short vowel. The idea of long and short vowel implies the duration of vowel when they are pronounced. 181 vowel errors are found in the vowel transcription from the recording of 20 students in the Speaking for Formal Interaction class at University Muhammadiyah Malang. English long vowel are A, I, O, and U. A long vowel is articulate similarly to the name of the letter. For instance, the long I sounds is pronounced like E, like sheep and sheet. The length of each produced vowel can distinguish the meaning as seen. In the case of the pair word sheep, long E, and sit, short A. For the example, we can see that the different vowel length may result in two completely different meanings. Disparity among the long vowel error are in each vowel is insignificant. Therefore, it can be determined that all students are prone to make mistakes in articulating English long vowel. One of the examples is seen in the most pronunciation of the long vowel E sound. The students are deemed to encounter a problem pronounced word containing E, such as beef, keen, beer, and feet. These words are supposed to be articulated with the last E sound, like pit, keen, and peer. However, in the vowel transcription, the student used the short vowel sound E. As a result, the articulate words are pit, keen, peer. Same letter, different pronunciation. Difficulties in learning English pronunciation, including how to pronounce vowel because there were several letters that turned out to be different pronunciation even though the same. Same letter does not always represent the same sound in English. Some letters can stand for as many as 4 different sounds. For example, number 1 is a word university. Number 2 is unbelievable. Both vowels begin with U word, U letter. But the pronunciation of U is different. The one U and the other one is with A. It is because U in university is one word, meanwhile U in unbelievable is a prefix un, which added into word believe and suffix able. Another example, the letter C has no sound equivalent as C. It becomes K sound and S sound, as in a cup, cat, cotton, bacon. S as in cellar, receive, accent, access. There is for the letter that can be pronounced in different way. So the topic that we mentioned before is the mistake that learners often do. And now, how to solve problem, the common mistake of pronunciation. All around the world, there are a lot of people with strong desire to learn and speak English with correct pronunciation. And it's very natural if there is someone who wants to improve pronunciation but often mispronounce. To keep growing good pronunciation, student must try more and do the best. If you want to be a good pronunciation, force yourself to continue to be happy so that the tongue get used to it. Number 1 is try with your friend. Make a teamwork with your close friend. It is very helping you to improve your pronunciation. You can talk with your friend and you can record your sound and then your friend will correct your pronunciation. This point can help you. Number 2 is individual practice. If you are an introvert, this point will help you. You can use dictionary online or offline and imitating the sound native speaker. Try how the native speaker said, just take it slowly to speak. It is very helping you to grow the pronunciation. Number 3 is watch English movies and listen to the English sounds. English songs. Students can watch English movies with the English subtitles. This method can improve pronunciation ability by imitating the language spoken by the character in the film. In the addition, this method is also be able to enrich their English vocabulary, both formal and informal. A student also can listen to the English song. If your hobby is listening music, especially English, it is very help you to improve your pronunciation. Enjoy with your music, enjoy your music, and feel the calming. You can try to imitate the lyric by singer. Number 4 is try your tongue. If you want to good pronunciation, try your tongue to speak English and try the tongue to good pronunciation is important. Find dialogue conversation on the book or internet and after that try it and make sure to always keep trying. When your tongue is trying it as a result is a good pronunciation. Number 5, understand the emphasis. Next, important to improve pronunciation to know about the emphasis. And emphasis has an influence with a pronunciation. If you can balance the emphasis toward the pronunciation, make a good result. Number 6 is keep trying. Last point, force yourself to keep trying although difficult or always wrong. If you want to having a good pronunciation, you must to try until be best. Until be the best, I mean. Conclusion. Science pronunciation is the most important part of speaking, and speaking is the primary part of language. We must speak with the proper pronunciation so that the opponent we are talking to catch our point. It is important to know why students have a pronunciation problem. It is of equal, if not more important, that way on how this pronunciation problem can be corrected in is drilled into. In addition, special programs should also be introduced and implemented to help students improve their pronunciation. In the end, that's the topic that we present. I'm sorry if there are any mistake of or lack of material, and thank you for the attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.